Today I'd like to teach you how to shorten pants, how to hem jeans without cutting. The supplies that I will be using today are the chalk for marking, ruler for measuring or measuring tape, scissors for cutting the thread, needle, and threader to help me with threading the needle. First and foremost, decide on the length that you need to shorten. So put on your pants, mark how much you need to shorten your jeans, roll it up as much as you need to. Once you flip your pants and then you know the distance, measure that, how much you need to shorten. So I know I need to shorten these by 8 centimeters. But because I want to keep the original hem, the 8 centimeters would be going from like right next to that stitching up. So you don't measure, so once you know how much to shorten, you don't actually measure from the edge of the hem. You go above the stitching, hem stitching, and you go that distance, whatever the distance you have, that's how much you go up. So I will be marking 8 centimeters up, which is here. So 8, make sure you measure and mark on the side seam, the inseam and outseam. So 8 centimeters, a little bit above the stitching, you go here. Okay, once you have that, then make a straight line. Flip these over. Don't move the ruler and make the mark again. Okay, perfect. So now you need your thread and a needle. I got my needle and a needle threader. I'll put that in. Then I'll get my thread in. It's a thicker kind of thread. It's used for embroidery. Okay. That's it. Now make a knot only on one string. Don't connect these two. Make a knot. Okay. And what the stitch that I will use at the moment, it's called the ladder stitch. So I will start stitching right underneath the hem here. You've got that fold. There is a little bit space, so that's where I will be hiding my stitching. So when I'm done, it's not gonna show as much. So insert your needle, poke it on the other side. Make sure it's right next to the stitching, but not below. It's gotta be a little bit above. Okay, let's see. Let's try again. Perfect. Okay, that's good. Right? Just like that, and then go across and do exactly the same. Okay, almost done. So working my way across from one side to the other side. It moved a little bit, but don't worry. Make sure that side stitch is aligned. Beautiful. And one more. And the last stitch, you need to poke it. So insert it from the right side and then poke it in and pull it on the other side. And now, da-da-da-da, let's pull. All right, perfect. Take a look. So this is how it looks after it's done. And I have already iron pressed the edge of that hem. As you can see, the excess fabric is nicely hidden inside. And you can really tell that it's been shortened, that the legs has been shortened. And the original jean hem looks fabulous. And once you're done, let's say you did this alteration temporarily, you wanted to hide the excess fabric just temporarily, so maybe you did this alteration for your child and now you want to reverse the length, you want to go back to the original length. This is a very easy process to take the stitching out and then let down all that excess fabric, and you have your pants back to the original length, just the way you had it before you shortened them. So that alteration, it's very handy. I highly recommend learning it, especially if you have young children that are growing and you really can't keep up with constantly buying new pants. So you will save yourself some money by temporarily hemming, or I should say shortening your child's jeans or pants or other trousers. But that technique most the best for jeans if you want to keep the original hem and if you don't want to cut the excess fabric. And in addition to all of this, you can do this alteration by hand. So it's a win-win-win. Any way you look at it, it's a very good technique to know. Okay, here you go, and it's as good as new. Can't even tell that it's been shortened, that these been too long. And I think it looks great. Follow for more.